So, the $1,000,000 question. Is the Grom a good first bike? Let's find out. We are not keeping that. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and you know the $1,000,000 question. Is the Grom a good first bike? Well, let's find out. So please ignore me. What the heck, my jacket got caught, so sorry about that. But is the Grom a good first bike? Everybody asks this question. I've asked this question. And so, honestly, it's not black and white. As much as everyone wishes it was, it is not a black and white answer. It all depends. So, I mean, there's a few things you gotta ask yourself. And really, is it, you know, first one I would say is location. Okay, because everyone knows this thing is not the fastest. It's only got 4 gears and it only goes 50 to 60, maybe 70, depending how big you are. I saw someone hit 70. I straight up, no lie, it's one of my followers on Insta. So he hit 70 on his, and he's a small little guy, but still. This thing, you cannot go on freeways. I mean, it's only 125cc, and like I said, you're only going 50 to 60 flat out. And it's, you know, it's kind of small. You know, people aren't necessarily going to see you. So, I mean, for me, it is my first bike. I will admit that. Yes, it is. I've been wanting one for 3 years. I mean, I've always wanted other bikes too. But what it came down to is, you can see in a lot of my videos, I do a lot of neighborhood riding, a lot of kind of quicker, you know, fast as I go is 35, maybe 40. You know, everything's within good range, just kind of cruising around urban, close distance, you know. So it works for me. Like I said, the location is key. You know, I don't have to go too fast, and it works out real nice. And so for me, it works out, and I'm going to use it, you know what I'm saying? And it's my first bike, so I got to see how it worked out. You know, I was able to reason with myself and make it work. I got a good deal on it. So also price-wise is my next point. It is a great price for a good bike. You know, you got your digital gauge. It's all electronic. Starts right up every time. Huge aftermarket for it. And it's, like I said, you get a lot of bike for brand new for like the 3,000 something price line. But then also, if you get a used one, you could walk away with a better deal. And like, I got one with very slightly modded, barely used, and it was from somebody I knew. So I could not complain with my price point. I knew what I'd be paying, and I got a steal. So for a new bike, for me, first starter bike is perfect. But also going to depend, if you know, if you're a smaller guy, it might be perfect for you, you know. But some people might like a little more power right away. They're like, a 125, that's small. To me, ooh, I'm just here for the fun factor. And oh, it is windy. Holy smokes. But I really think it's a blast to ride. I mean, for me, the 125 is perfect for what it is. I'm not saying, like I said in other videos, I do want to get a bigger bike, but I'm not getting rid of this. We're talking about the Grom and it being a starter bike. And so, you know, if you live in an area like this, or, you know, maybe you're going to school, or you go to campus, you know, for a university student, it's a good bike. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a good first bike. It's super easy to learn. And I think I mentioned some of my videos. This was my first kind of instance with like stick shift and like manual. Like I tried to drive my buddy's Accord once. We did it. I'm not saying it was good, but we did it. And then I tried to ride a bike once, and I tried to shift into first, but I didn't use clutch. Just jammed into first, and the bike just launched and then shut off. I mean, I held down, I didn't crash, but that was, you know, that was my only opportunities. So I watched a few videos on YouTube. I was like, okay, that's how you ride a bike. How you ride a Grom. Okay, they're all the same. Gotcha. I go to pick up the bike, and, you know, I just sit right on it, and turned it on, clutch in, jammed it down into first, and then I did a loop in the parking lot, just in first gear, and I'm like, okay, I love this fucking thing. And like I said, I just watched a few videos before my other two instances. I never rid it. So I fell in love with it right away. And so it was that easy for me to ride. I rode it a few times, then here we are now. I'm just been riding it. That's how I figured out how to ride this thing. I've just been cruising through the neighborhood, going to my local bars, my favorite restaurants. I mean, I went to work once or twice, and so no big deal. And then, you know, obviously, in the spring it's gonna be game over, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meet up with my buddies, and they'll do some rides. It's great. So, I love this thing. And easy to use, I will say that. It is so easy to use. Oh my god. The clutch is light, braking feels good. It's so nimble because it's so small. This thing rips. I don't know if you can hear me because it's so windy. I'm trying to turn around. This thing is a ripper. My exhaust, I don't even know what it is. It sounds great, I think. So, I really like how it sounds. And I'm having a blast riding this thing. So as the first bike, I think it is a great first bike. I try to pitch this to everybody so they can come ride with me. And we have a lot of good areas for us to ride. And so it works out great for us. So I'm trying to get all my buddies to get a Grom, you know. But oh, it's like I just have so much fun riding it. It's economical. I mean, it's a 125, so it's like if you're scared or timid and you just want to test it out, but you know you want it, you know, I knew right away, like I've ridden 90 four-wheelers before, like that's the only thing I can ride, but that was automatic. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. And then getting on this, I'm like, okay, at first I was like, ooh, that's what it feels like. I think it's a great first bike. I mean, I like the power feels great. Yeah, there could be more to it. I will say that, like, okay, if they made this a 250, I wouldn't complain. But I'm also used to it now. I know a lot of people will say that. Like, I'm used to it, but it doesn't mean I want to get rid of it or change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they made like a souped up Grom with a bigger engine, that'd be kind of cool. But I love this thing how it is and what it is. And so, I mean, obviously I'm going to change things, but this thing is so much fun. And if you have the opportunity to live in a good location, I would definitely get a Grom as a first bike. You know, if you're debating this or like a moped or something, I would definitely get this. I would rather have this versus a moped any day. So I love it. And you know, I mean, you guys see the following that there is behind the ground. It's monstrous, huge. So I know a lot of people like this thing. I'm not the only one. So I would get one as the first bike if I could, which I did. And I'm going to add on to my collection. And so let me see, did I miss any other points? We talked about location, price, easy to use, yep, great clutch, braking. I mean, it goes, it's so small and light, it's nimble, yep. I mean, insurance is cheap on this. It's like $200 to $300 a year. And now that was with including the ruckus, so I can't really be too specific. But I feel like that's a great deal. I mean, and you'd be surprised. I'm 6'2", I fit on this really well. So it's like not like I'm hunched. I'm sitting upwards right now. I can use my bar ends just great. I feel like that's a plus. So I feel like people should be shy of it. A lot of aftermarket. I know people are gonna like that. So I think this is a great first bike. But I think it all comes down to your number one thing is your location. You can see we did this whole video through the neighborhood, and you know, I'm just cruising around. I don't have any destination in mind. You know, we could have went downtown, we could have went over by Ford, which I'm saying for some other videos, but you know, we could have went there. And obviously I will show how accessible this is and how great, not how great, but it depends on your location. But location, this is great for it, and I'm gonna show you how much fun this is if your location fits the parameters. So I want you guys to let me know what you think, and let me know if I missed, you know, any other things that, you know, matter to getting a first bike. I want to say I kind of push my opinions hard sometimes, maybe, and maybe I am a little biased, you know what I'm saying? Since day one, I've been trying to reason to get a Grom, but I had the perfect reasoning now. Good location. I think that was the main key. I had a good location. I know how to ride it. It's not expensive. So, and I was able to get a Ruckus too, so my girlfriend can ride with me, so it all works out. So if you can, I would recommend getting one of these. This thing is great. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, if you guys think of some other reasons of what should be considered when thinking of a first bike, you let me know. But that is what I think about a Grom as a first bike. And, you know, if you guys think it's good as just a secondary bike or not an only bike, that also comes into consideration. You know, if you need a main mode of transportation, this might not be the thing. But if you're just having fun, just cruising around, you know, like me, it's like a secondary vehicle, kind of a recreational, it works. So it's a lot of things to consider. And, you know, if there's other things that you guys think I should cover or have some questions, feel free to drop it down below or contact me, and hope you guys have a good day.